Hello everybody, Alex here from Snake On Exotics. Yesterday we had big delivery, but I wasn't here because I was having half a day. So I literally popped in, paid Morgan, and that was it, I went. So she did all the delivery for us. She's done some moving around in the shop of stuff. She set up some animal enclosures, so we're gonna dive in and see all the stuff she said yesterday. She's had some good moves, set some new stuff up, set some tanks up and stuff like that. So please like, subscribe, comment, and share, ring the bell, and we'll find out what happened yesterday. Whoa, ha ha. So as usual, we had our live food come, we had waterfall kits, we had loads of really nice things yesterday. We topped up a lot of the stock as well. We had Repti Boost, we had all the substrates come, so we did quite well yesterday. I have got some other stuff on the way as well. We have got this big bag to go through. This is well, they didn't deliver it me yesterday, so they've delivered it today. So we can go through that, see what's in there. We're going to do some little stuff with the animals today, but it's going to be with the flying gecko, because Morgan gave the flying gecko a whole new setup, and so did the gargoyle gecko. So those are the two animals we get to look at today. We don't really see much of them in the video, so we're going to do a little bit more in-depth talk about them today. First, let's see what we got in the bag. Come on, baggy. Do it. Let me get it in. Come on, get it underneath. That's it, a bit more. Chop it. Chop, chop, chop. Chop it, chop it, chop it. Come on. Yes, choppy chops. Choppy chops. And we're in, baby. Oh, these aren't small logs. I asked for small logs and they've sent me really large ones. One, and we got two. Oh, we're going in again. We're going in again. Oh, we got this piece. Another little one. What I'll do, I'll get them all out and I'll show you, because otherwise it's going to be in and out of the bag and you're going to get blooming dizzy. So here we go. These ones are the right size. Nice small tubes. These are, I'd say those are mediums, easily mediums, because they're quite big. So, these are the ones I actually wanted. So we're going to use these because I've got a customer build tank coming. So I need nice thin tubes like this. So yeah, we'll add these back to the pile of bigger ones, and we'll put these aside because we're going to have to do a big customer build soon, so we have to put these aside for that build. She also did really well yesterday. The big tank's gone, and she's done a big move around for us. So we've got, this is the tank that we had over there in the corner. So we've set it up here now. I am in the process of getting a new pump ordered for it. The pump we had before had a lot of oomph in it, and when I changed it all about, I lost the right plug for it, put a different one on there, and it just blew the pump and it stopped working. So that's going to be another job for us as well, because I want to get this tank running again. We've got our big plant up, living its life, living its best life up the top. We've got all our lilies down here doing really well. No, not lilies. What are they called? I've gone blank. Back in a sec. Orchid, that's the word. Orchid, like the orchid mantises. So there we go, our lovely orchids still doing well. A lot of them are starting to move on a little bit, starting to send up new branches. A couple of the flowers are starting to drop off and new ones are coming. So they're doing really, really well. So I'm really happy about that. And I think this looks really nice now. All stocked up. I'm really happy with it. I think she does a really nice job of making it nice uniforms, nice little matches as well. I think it looks really nice. But I've got to get this tank going. I do know where I have a spare pump. but it's whether it's got enough oomph to do that tank, because it's a very, very tall tank. It's only a little pump I've got. We might have to do some tests, and the idea of this one, the water doesn't just trickle out. It comes out of there and goes into that one. So that's how I designed it. But see how we get on, see what we find, and hope, well, I'll get that pump. We can always have a fiddle with it and see how much oomph it's got and go from there. Well, we've had some luck. They resent the stuff yesterday. Then we got another bag. We got another bag of goodies. Another bag, another bag. I think we're gonna have too much cork bark now. We're gonna have more cork bark than we're gonna know what to do with. So we're gonna have to dive in there and see what we got in this bag. So we got a freebie bag. Freebies! Oh, we love some freebies. Woo. Let's see what we got in the bonus bag. Then we can go see what the animals are like. Whoa. So I've pre-cut it. What do you reckon? We got big stuff. God, this one looks a lot more full than the other one was. This is a lot more full. Okay, what I'm gonna do, saves us diving in and out of the bag again. I'm gonna get it all out, show what we've got, and we can jump on and look at the animals. I think we did a lot better on this one. Look at all that. Absolute loads. This is the sort of thing I was after. Nice, small, thin branches. These ones are perfect for what we're going to need for our job, those. And then nice little ones like this. This one's pretty cool as well. Do a little dual waterfall if you wanted to, or you could do something crazy with it. So that's really cool. It's got nice little pieces, some cool ones for hides and stuff like that. So I'm really, really happy with these. These ones are the sort of thing we're going to need for them cool tank builds that we do, because it's the right scale for the tank. If we have something like this in there, it doesn't look right. It's just too big. But if we had something nice like this, it would look a little bit more realistic, because it's for the scale of the tank sort of thing. Everything is about scale. If it doesn't look right, it's not going to look good at all. Same, a good example. In here, in our cave tank, you can see there, I've got my nice branches. So I need something small enough to fit in there, but big enough for the scale of the cave. So the idea is that from a well, it looks like a big log for the scale of the tank. It's actually a little branch. So that's the idea. So it's a little cave. So it's got little branches in there. But if you scaled it up, these look like they'd actually be branches that have fell through in real life. So it's the whole idea is making everything look to scale, so it looks more realistic in the tanks. So I thought these two would be really, really good to talk about, because especially the flying gecko, the scientists know almost nothing about them. Well, I'll explain more what I mean in a sec. And the gargoyle gecko is just as interesting. So we're gonna go around, we're gonna have a look at them once we've opened all the boxes and, well, bags. So this is our flying gecko tank. This is one Morgan did yesterday for us while we were off. She spruced it all up, that new substrate, completely everything, complete new setup inside. There's some really, really cool facts about the flying gecko. Well, what I could find anyway. So we're gonna have a little look at him. We're gonna have a look at the tank, and I'm gonna tell you all the cool facts about it. There we go. So this is his lovely new enclosure, freshly done by Morgan yesterday. So we've got his water bowl, his food. He's got rapashi. I think he's right at the back over here. Ah, there he is. He's done a runner. Right in the back. So I'm going to try and get him into a better position so we can have a look. Just having a move around now. So scientists actually don't know very much about them at all. They were discovered in about 1810. I don't know, 1810, 1809, something like that. About 220 years ago. But many of scientists, they don't know anything about their natural history. A lot of scientists don't even agree on how the gecko existed. From what I've been reading, it's a bit vague, but what I think it is there's no fossil record of them, basically. So they almost just appear on the evolutionary tree. So what I believe was happening, because they are a tropical gecko that lives in forests and stuff like that, and jungles, you don't get many things. It's rubbish environment for fossils. Everything rots down, everything gets eaten away, nothing gets preserved. So I think that's one of the main problems they have, because they're such a tropical species. Any fossil record of them is just completely lost in history, because that environment does not make fossils. So I think that's one of the reasons why they don't know much about them, and they can't figure out their prehistory, is because they've got no way of following the fossil trail. That's what I think. I may be wrong, but that's me putting 2 and 2 together and getting 4. So that's my guess anyway. But that's what I think, why they can't agree on why they exist and how they exist and stuff like that. A little bit of a better look at him now. So you can see he's got webbed feet, really big eyes, and if we could get a shot of his underbelly, I'd see big flaps of skin on either side, which open out and allow them to glide. It's not flying, they just glide, falling with style. It's like Buzz Lightyear style falling. It's falling with style, gliding. So they are found in Southeast Asia. They are very nocturnal, that's why he's got nice big eyes. And with the eggs, they lay eggs every 3 to 4 weeks, because in their environment, they are prey. So a lot of them get eaten quite early by snakes, bugs, lizards, other big things that are big enough to eat them. And the eggs only take 3 weeks to incubate. So they are really firing out quite a lot of animals. I'm going to see if I can get a shot of her belly. She's extremely skittish. So as soon as the camera goes round there, she's going to do a runner. There you go, see that flap of skin on her belly? There you go. There's the flap of skin, she's gone. So you can see there, she's got like a half moon flap of skin either side of her belly. It's not attached to her arms or anything like that, but as they jump, they can push their chest out and it flicks those side pieces out, and they can fly from tree to tree. Glide from tree to tree. So the idea is they don't have to go on the ground where all the big predators are that are going to try and eat them. So the idea is that, and especially if there's a predator in the tree trying to get them, they can just jump off and glide away to the next tree. And a lot of animals won't be able to do that apart from birds, they can just chase them. So that's the flying gecko. Let's have a look at Mr. Gargoyle. So this one is our New Caledonian gargoyle gecko. Very, very cool. A little bit similar to a crested gecko, and similar to the Leachianus gecko. All in the same sort of genus almost. So this is the enclosure Morgan made for him yesterday. Full fresh substrate, extra bits and bobs for him. Looks really, really nice. So we're going to dive in, have a little look about him, and I'm going to tell you some cool facts. He's a little bit of a hider. Last time I saw him, he was behind here. Ah, there's his tail. Da-dink. Hey, buddy. Let me have a little look at you. He's a little bit bigger than the flying gecko. There he is. Nice and chunky. Hey, Mr. Gargoyle. So he's a reticulated stripe gargoyle gecko. Very, very cool. From New Caledonia. It's a little island owned by France, that if I remember right. Yeah, New Caledonia. Oh, there we go. So it's from New Caledonia, and a little island owned by France as well. So that's a little bit cool, a little bit random. They are struggling a lot in their natural environment though. Where they're from, there's a lot of nickel mining, and a lot of the chemicals and stuff they use in that is getting into the system, and it's knocking them about quite a bit. They're also very vulnerable to wildfires. That's been taking a lot of them. Also the illegal pet trade as well. These are all bred in the UK and stuff like that, but some people aren't breeding them. They go in there and harvesting them from the wild, which is technically illegal. Adults, you're looking at an 8-inch animal weighing about 60 grams. So their Latin name, I can't say it, God knows I can't say it, but their Latin name means ears or horns. So what that is because their head shape, it looks like they've got these ear/horn things. So I'll see if I can get a close-up look at it for you, but that's where their Latin name comes from. There we go, I'll try and get a different angle so you can see. See these little ridges? Yeah, those ridges of what they get their Latin name from. But they're really, really cool. They can be mated once and they can breed for up to 3 or 4 times. Well, lay eggs up to 3 or 4 times. They lay 2 eggs at a time and they can have 3 to 6 weeks gap between each bunch of eggs. So she can be mated once and then lay fertile eggs for months and months afterwards, which is really, really cool. So I'm really happy with her enclosure. Really, really settled and really cool. I notice a lot of these aren't labelled or anything like that because they're almost mine, basically. It's stuff that I've ordered in, not expecting to sell it because I wanted it, basically. I've always wanted a gargoyle, I've always wanted a flying gecko, I've always wanted a Alicianus, so I tend to order, sometimes I order stuff that I've always wanted. If it sells, it sells. If it don't, it don't. I get to play with it for a bit. So that's the idea behind it. They're sort of mine, but if somebody wanted to buy them, I would sell them in the shop. But I just like to have cool stuff in that I've never had in before. So that's the idea, that they're in here and they don't have any prices on them. If anybody asked, we'd work out a price. I think the gargoyle's 300 and the flying gecko is 60. But I tend to not label them. You never know, might stay with me longer then. So before we go today, I have forgot, we had all these new lovely tropical plants. Oh, they're all nice, absolutely stunning plants. So we've got creepers, we've got, this is a big creeper type. This is that. Really big plant that goes to. Devil's ivy, I believe. We've got some more little creepers. I really like that one, it's really nice. Ferns. I like this one because it looks like bamboo. Some grasses, really, really nice. Fresh in yesterday. So I'm afraid that's all the time I've got for today. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. A little bit different because, of course, I didn't open unboxing days. So I couldn't do the unboxing for you yesterday and stuff like that. So hope you don't mind missing one unboxing. But please like, subscribe, comment, share, ring the bell for me. If you want to watch a video, there should be one there. If you want to subscribe to the channel, it's up there. If you want to watch a playlist, it's up there. If you want to help support me, there's a link in the description below where you can click the join button, or you can buy yourself some Snake Island merch. Link in the description below, and that's it. So I'll see you in the future. Bye.